Awesome. So I started the recording, but we'll just wait like 2 minutes more for more people to join, and then we'll start. Awesome. So maybe we can start now. Welcome everyone to this webinar from Accienta team. Today, our main topic is Drive Project Success through collaboration with Autodesk BIM Collaborate Pro. I'm really excited for all the topics we'll discuss today. Please, if you have any questions, just drop them in the chat and we'll do a Q&A session at the end. I'm so excited also to introduce our colleague Colleen that is here. So today's speakers, okay, Carolina, you know about myself, maybe from previous events and webinars. I'm the co-founder and digital engineering manager at Accienta. And it is my great pleasure to introduce all of you to Tolina Watt, our customer success specialist, a great architect with a lot of knowledge and passion. So she will be telling you a little bit more about herself in her presentation, and she'll dive deeper in Autodesk BIM Collaborate Pro. Now, who we are as Accienta, for those of you that don't know us, we are an Autodesk Gold partner and Smartsheet partner as well for the region. We like to call ourselves digital transformation enablers because we know that the different industries are changing, and our aim is to always deliver a first class of optimized processes and a collaboration environment that drives value for companies. Of course, the needs from each company vary depending on their own processes, operations, and needs. We are a Dubai-based company with a very diverse teams, both in nationalities and genders. We like to have a diverse team working with us. We've won some industry awards that recognize all these efforts around digital transformation, like Digital Construction Technology SME of the Year, amongst others. And we like to work together with you, our customers, to leverage your technology investments, because we know that you have specific budgets and targets and goals that you want to reach. So we are here to help with all of that. We are also Autodesk certified professional services providers. That means that we can help with guiding you in which Autodesk products you need for your specific operations, licensing needs, services for implementation, for training, etc. So you can also find those through the Autodesk Partner Finder if you want to know more. And these are some of our existing clients in the region. Some of you know it ranges from consultants, contractors, owner, and even different industries, because we also work with Smartsheet. For Autodesk, you know, Autodesk is one of the leaders in software for different industries, including the AEC or architecture, engineering, and construction industry, but also manufacturing and media and entertainment. So for today's call, we're going to focus in the AEC industry, but it's also useful to know in case you need this type of licensing as well. Some of our client feedback here, because it's not the same for us to say that we are great than having our clients say it for us. So it's our pleasure. We like to adapt to our customers' needs, not the other way around. And we are here to help you with all your digital transformation requests. Now, talking about digital transformation. Well, there's been many changes around history and an evolution both in software, teams, skill sets needed, etc. Everything started with the change with 2D CAD. You know, architects and engineers used to draft things by hand before. Then there was the introduction of this computer-aided design, and later on, they started to transform into a 3D or BIM methodology, which is a collaboration methodology, as all of us know. But the industry keeps evolving, and now there are also needs around collaboration. So there is things like Autodesk Construction Cloud or BIM in the cloud that can help share that information better between the different stakeholders in one platform and have clear and transparent communication in the different project stages. And of course, later on, something like the digital twin, which is changing environments from something more static to something more dynamic with live information. Again, a very commonly heard term is CDE, or Common Data Environment, which is a single source of truth for your projects, and you can have different stakeholders collaborating around this concept of Common Data Environment, and this generates a lot of benefits. Why? Because it's one platform where you can decide the permissions based on roles, companies. Of course, there are different elements of this on how the different stakeholders can collaborate, and we'll talk more about one of them, which is BIM Collaborate and BIM Collaborate Pro, more around design, collaboration, and coordination. But of course, there are other modules inside Autodesk Construction Cloud as well, like Autodesk Takeoff and Autodesk Build, more around snagging, quality, safety, checklist, and takeoff around, like the name says, quantity takeoff. So for the purpose of today, just to understand Autodesk Construction Cloud as a whole and how it sits on this document management layer that integrates the entire cloud, take a consideration that will focus in BIM Collaborate Pro. And again, if we want to visualize it in a more graphical way, we have this chart where we have, again, this Autodesk Construction Cloud at the center, and we have the different project stages interacting with different parts of the cloud as it sits right now. So we all know authoring tools for 2D and 3D, like AutoCAD, Revit, Civil 3D Plant, 3D InfraWorks, etc., and many products that comes within the AEC collection. But when it comes to that collaboration part, we start to connect with the document management part of the platform and the Collaborate Pro as well. Later on for the construction, as I mentioned, we have Build, and for digital twin, other tools like Tandem. And last but not least, just so you know that Autodesk Construction Cloud supports not only Autodesk formats like Revit, AutoCAD, etc. There are many file formats that can be stored, viewed, and version controlled inside Autodesk Docs, which is the document management layer. And now, without further ado, I want to give the word to Tolene. Welcome, Tolene, and please share your knowledge with us.
Hello, everyone, and thank you, Carolina, for this introduction. So my name is Tolene Awad. I'm a customer success specialist at Accienta. I hold a bachelor degree in architecture from the German Jordanian University. I have worked for several companies in the marketing and consulting sector, and I also completed multiple internships in the architectural sector. So today I'm a technical specialist and a BIM Collaborate Pro expert here at Accienta. Let me walk you through our agenda today. So our key topics are Autodesk Construction Cloud. We will give you a brief introduction to that, and then talk more in depth about BIM Collaborate Pro, then a technical introduction to ACC, which is Autodesk Construction Cloud, and then a client success story of ours, and lastly, the Q&A session. So if you feel confused about anything, just make sure you write it down, because we have this session dedicated for you, and we will be here to answer all of your questions. So we all know that there are multiple challenges in construction today, such as razor-thin margins, tight schedule, soiled information, labor shortage, distributed teams, and uncertainty. And how can we overcome these challenges? Well, through Autodesk, we can help you by automating clash detection, issue management, common data environment, which Carolina talked about earlier, and focusing on high value clashes, design, change visibility, continuous collaboration, and so on. So how can that be achieved? This will be shown for you in the presentation. Okay, so we all know that business needs are changing, or let me rephrase that. The way we're doing business is evolving, and we have this ability to work remote with this cloud technology. So it is possible to maintain the business continuity, sort of work anywhere, anytime, and have the data clarity into what you are doing and how your tools are operating. We enable this visibility as your business needs. Basically, the visibility and insights to see how you are designing everyday work. Therefore, providing this continuity, clarity, and visibility is what we aim to give you in your day-to-day work. Hence, with that, we are helping companies invest heavily in digitalization, and we want solutions that connect more than just teams, but also offer flexibility and powerful insights into your projects. The insights, which are the huge data that we built from our Revit models and projects, is easily accessible from one single source. So centralizing this data, so all teams are connected early on, helps the project move smoothly. With that being said, let me walk you through the evolution of Autodesk in the Autodesk Construction Cloud. I want to highlight that we are continuously investing in all our products in our portfolio and are expanding the portfolio reach. Therefore, we build meaningful integrations between our products and our customers to carry out these end-to-end workflows from design all the way to construction operation. That is our goal. That is our vision. And then unifying all that information to one single source. So all the data is easily accessible for all individuals and all stakeholders to leverage and have insights to the building lifecycle. So what is BIM Collaborate Pro? Basically, it's a single platform for your teams and data projects. It provides you with better collaboration through cloud-based software for AEC to connect and collaborate seamlessly. It also provides you with centralized data through a smarter platform for improved project data, organization and management, and also greater visibility through securing access and automation capabilities to track progress and stay focused. But that's not everything. There's more than that. You can understand the latest changes to the project to the project model in a combined view, manage design data exchange, automated clash detection, create and track issues, automatically publish updates. So I'm telling you all of that, but don't worry, everything will be more clarified in the technical overview. Great. With everything being said, let's know how we got to the solution of BIM Collaborate Pro. How did design collaborate, what is the evolution or the journey of the evolution of design collaboration? To start with, back in the days, there was like only this localized central model, let's say a hard disk or whatsoever, that was distributed between the users. And this was suitable for a team, a single team with a single location, and it was firewood as well. And this gave limited collaboration, daily BIM management, and no internal activity tracking, which got us to the server solution. Basically, this was better for companies with multiple locations. And however, it didn't work with companies that work with other firms, whether it was offshore or whatsoever. Basically, this was also, you had to buy expensive hardware and the data exchange was extremely slow. That's where BIM Collaborate Pro came and gave us the solution. Basically, this is for multiple companies, multiple locations, all project stakeholders, extensive tools for project management and delivery. So with BIM Collaborate Pro, when you go cloud, you don't need the expensive hardware, you don't need the machines, all you need is the computer and the subscription and an internet connection, and you're good to go. Why choose BIM Collaborate Pro? What is the platform we have been talking about? Mainly, BIM Collaborate Pro is a project-based platform that allows anytime, anywhere, remote work for your Revit users, Civil 3D users, and Plan 3D users, or AutoCAD. It is a service that we allow the cloud work sharing with those models and enable the collaboration regardless where you are, across your teams and projects. We essentially manage all data so that the unified platform where all users, all stakeholders can go to manage the information and access the data and review drawings if needed, and really just be involved in the project early and often as needed. We allow many users to comment, mark up, view issues, view models. You don't really have to be a Revit user or a Civil 3D user to access these models. That's the beauty of the cloud. We allow all users, even if they're not using the desktop software, to provide their insights, feedback, comments, and ensuring all stakeholders and their comments are being heard and picked up. So what is the main difference between BIM Collaborate and BIM Collaborate Pro? This will be shown within or through the modules that are beneath. we have few modules. Some of these modules are docs, design collaboration, and model coordination. Uh, Basically, BIM Collaborate is built on Autodesk Docs. This is our common data environment. This is our document management module. And it can view more than 50 different file types, robust permissions, folder structure. You can control who can view what, who can do what, and so on. We can control permissions for all fellow users as well. And then we have design collaboration. This is a huge workflow for project managers who might not spend time on the actual Revit software itself, but reviewing packages, reviewing designs, understanding design issues, and ensuring everything is going together as it should. And lastly, model coordination. Model coordination is a huge benefit for projects, and it automates clash detection to ensure that the project is complete and running smoothly. These modules are listed in BIM Collaborate, and in BIM Collaborate Pro, we have the Revit Cloud Work Sharing, which is the main difference between the two products. So Revit Cloud Work Sharing, this enables you to work anywhere, and collaboration and controlled work sharing within the cloud, allowing multiple stakeholders to work on the same model. So what value does Autodesk BIM Collaborate Pro offer? For the C-level, it offers reducing the rework, increase percentage of successful projects, improve plan to schedule ratio, and reduce non-recoverable costs. This is for the C-level. How about the users themselves? Basically, they will achieve quality and accuracy. This is achieved through reducing the rework, tracking versions easily, accurate model aggregation, and of course, saving the time through automated clash detection, continuous collaboration, and lastly, collaboration. This will reduce issues on site and stay on the same page in real time with trades, managers, and designers. So a few BIM Collaborate Pro metrics. This is based on a research done by PwC. Model clashes can cost $3,500 per instance. And also according to PwC as well, savings from clash detection can reach up to 10% of the contract value. And lastly, according to an FMI report that was published in 2018, $280 billion in industry annual rework costs are caused by poor project data and communications. So with everything being said, you might be a little confused. So let me walk you through the platform itself and show you how user-friendly it is and how you can access it. So it's very easy, and we recommend using Google Chrome for Autodesk products. You just type in acc.autodesk.com and it will take you to the homepage. So here I have my homepage, the projects, project templates. I'm going to go to the project, and you can create a project with this simple button. Just enter the project name, project number, your account, whether you have different accounts, project type, whether it was residential, commercial, whatsoever. And if you have a previous template that has been set up earlier, the address, time zone, start date, end date, and the project value, and you can change the currency, of course. So I have my project right here. It's a residential project. And it took me to the module build. We will not be talking about that today, but we can talk about it later on. So I'm going to start with docs. So basically, after setting up the project, here we have docs, which I told you about earlier. It's basically the platform for all of your documents. It's our document management module. So after setting up the project, we want to set up our folders. So the folders here we have created in regards of the ISO, the 4 stages indicated by the ISO. We have work in progress, shared, published, and archived. And I have my 3 disciplines right here. After setting up the folders as well, I want to add my team members. We can go from members in the docs module and just add a team member, which is very easy. I'm going to add my colleague Anas. And then you can assign the company, the role, and whether he is a project member or a project administrator. So the main difference is that the project administrative has full permissions over the whole project, and the project member has a limited access, which is given by the project administrator. And then I'm going to add him. With that being done, we have added our members. And then I want to allocate my members into their designated teams. So I'm going to go to Design Collaboration, to Settings. And I have my three disciplines that I have added earlier, and I linked my teams to the folders that we have created earlier, and then we can choose the members that we want to add to our team. Here I have my architects, Anas, and the owner. So from here, you can edit the permission level as desired. You can choose whether the architect has the permission to view, create, edit, or manage. As simple as that, you have your project set up, your folders, your team members present, and so on. So we're back to docs. Let me show you how you can add more than 50 different file types. And let me show you how we can link our Revit model to BIM Collaborate Pro. So I'm going to go to the architectural team folder. And here we can see that you can add Word document folder, AutoCAD folder, a PDF. And you can also add your own comments to that. So it's basically, let's go here. I want to add my comment. And you can just simply type in, let's say, fixed railing. And you're good to go. So now I want to link my Revit model to BIM Collaborate Pro. Let's go to Revit. As simple as it is, you can simply just upload the file and go to Collaborate. You can go to Collaborate, and then just like that, you have linked your Revit model to BIM Collaborate Pro. And then you can access it from the homepage, Autodesk Docs. You can see all of your projects from the tab here, and you can choose which folder you want to access and so on. After doing any changes, just make sure you're refreshing the Revit model and publishing the latest. It's turned off because I did already publish the latest. Okay, back to ACC. Now, after publishing the latest, we can see here that multiple versions will be created, and all of these versions are easily accessible. We have 11 versions over here, and you can choose which version that you want to make the current model. So basically, these are the pinpoints for docs. Now let's go to design collaboration. Design collaboration is the main module of how more than one teams communicate together, and how they communicate through creating packages, consuming packages, and so on. As a project administrator, I have full access to all of the teams. So now I'm going to be one of the architectural team members. And I can view my project model and compare the versions that I showed you earlier. Let's say that we want to compare version 8, let's say, with version 9. Let's see the changes that has been made. You can see that your Revit model is fully accessible. And I'm just going to turn these off so you can see what is added. I have added the sofa, what is modified, the floor slabs, the railing, and what has been deleted, I believe a sofa as well. Perfect. So as an architectural team member, I want to communicate with the rest of the teams by creating a package, which is very simple. You just go to create a package, and you can create sets from the Revit model itself. I'm going to choose the floor plans and the renders as well. You can choose which model you want to share with them. I want to share my Revit model and just save it. And you can share it as simple as that. I'm going to call it, let's say, 75%. You can add whatever package description you'd like. Let's say it has the Revit model. And you can type in simply that I changed the kitchen walls or whatsoever, and just share it. Okay, so the created package is shown on the timeline. Here we have the timeline of the project, and the packages are shown as a circle. So as a structural team member, now I'm a structural team member, we can see a circle over here, and I want to see the changes that have been made right here. So yes, I'm seeing all of the content that is shared in the package itself, and then I can consume it. You can enter the package itself and then consume it so that all of the changes will be updated to your structural model and everything will be updated as needed. Great. So after that, let me show you one of the most important stuff in ACC, which is model coordination. So what is model coordination? Model coordination is where all of the clashes are made. So let's go to clashes. And you have this matrix over here. It's you can choose which models you want to coordinate between. I have all of the models chosen right here. You can create a view and you can search for the models themselves. And here we have the matrix. Now I can just simply press anything from here. I want to see the clashes between these two models. My Revit model is done. Shown right here. We can see all of the clashes and you can group them by whether by object, by level, by location line, mass, volume, whatsoever. I'm going to keep them by object. You can surf around just to see the clashes or go and see the titles of the clashes themselves. So let's see what clash is made right here. Basically, there's a clash between the stair and the floor itself. So I can create an issue. It's creating the issue. And then you can type whatever title you need. Let's say also fix stair level, let's say. You can choose the status of this clash, whether it was open, pending, in review, or closed, or a draft. And then the type. And lastly, the description. You can edit it or keep it as is. After that, all of the information has been set, then you can add or assign it to a specific person. So here I want to assign it to Anas. You can assign the location details, the due date. Anas, you have till the 31st of July. Great. So the issue has been created. And then you can view any other issues from the matrix that you have below. After that being done, you can view all of your issues from the issue button right here. You can see fixed stair level, the stair levels, and you can see what or which issues have been open, closed, which are still drafting and in review, pending, and so on. Okay, so these were basically the main modules that we want to show you for today. But different modules that you can see is we have a meeting button as well, which basically you can create your own meeting. Let's say you can create a meeting just simply by pressing the button. You can choose the date, the time, the location. If you have a video conference link, the description, meeting discussion, and so on. Let me show you the meetings that we have earlier. So material selection. You can also request a follow-up as well, which will create a meeting in the desired date that you want. And another thing you should know about, which is really interesting, is correspondence. Correspondence is still under beta, which is being in trial with Autodesk. So basically, it's just like another version of the email right in your ACC platform. So you can send emails, you can get emails from other people and so on. You could, of course, create reports as well. If you have a previous report template, and you can create a report from zero. That was all for docs, design collaboration, and model coordination. Let's go to Insight. Insight basically is like a summary for everything for the whole platform in one single page. So here I have my dashboard. You can customize it as desired. We have the card library. You can add whatever you want. A very interesting plugin is Power BI. For those who are passionate about it, you can find it right here. And then you can also customize your card library as wanted, and you can see all of the information that you have added. We have the project submittals, the project issues, design packages, RFIs, Power BI, and so on. Now, with that being said, this is mainly a very quick introduction to BIM Collaborate Pro. We saw how we can create the project setup, the folder structure. Everything is fully customizable, the project files, the naming, and so on. And you saw how we can add more than 50 file types as well, how we can view the Revit model, even if you were not a Revit user and you don't have that installed, you can view it also from your mobile phone, from your iPad, and so on. You can add your comments, as we said earlier, how you can add your team members. And that was it for the technical overview. So back to the presentation. Just a quick client success story. Khansahib is a company that is based in Dubai. Basically, it reduced snagging administration by 60% with Autodesk Build, which is a huge number for those who are working in the construction field, know how hard it is to for the snagging, the paperwork, and so on. And that was it for today. So now we're on for our Q&A session. Those who have any questions, please feel free to ask. We're here to answer all of your questions. And thank you.
Awesome. Thank you, Tolene. Amazing technical demo. We have a few questions in the chat already, so I'll just read them out loud and then both me and you can go through them. Okay, so the first question we have here, maybe this is a suggestion more for our marketing team, we'll see. It says, hi, should we have certification of attendance for this webinar? So the answer is we are not going to give a certificate of attendance for this particular webinar, but it's something that we can discuss internally for future webinars. If it's something that interests you to every time we do webinars to give some kind of certification of attendance. Another question here, can I connect a BIM 360 design collaboration project with my ABC Pro account? So BIM 360, it's like a previous cloud iteration, let's say. It wasn't fully unified as it is ACC now. So if you have ABC Pro, it should connect with Autodesk Construction Cloud. So our recommendation always for clients who use BIM 360 and are now going towards ACC is like, finish the projects that you started in BIM 360 and start from scratch in ACC or do the coordination there, you know what I mean? Like not really mixing them. Of course, from Autodesk Construction Cloud, you can see the icons, like the BIM 360 projects will have a small blue B next to the name of the project, and the ACC projects will have like a circle icon. So that's how you can differentiate them, and you can go from one platform to the other, but it's really different, yeah, let's say. Another question is, if you go back to a previous version and edit it, what will happen to the newer versions? Do you want to take this one, Tolene, and maybe I can complement?
Of course. So basically, when you edit on a previous version, and then as I showed you before, you can just refresh and publish the latest, it will become the latest, let's say, version, and that will be the current version that you will be using, if that answered your question.
Awesome. Yeah, just as an FYI for everyone, ACC always shows you the latest version by default. So when you go to that folder structure that Tolene was showing, it will always show you the latest version. Of course, you can filter and go back to previous versions and download that one and then somehow save it with other changes. And that will, for example, if your latest version was version 11 and you downloaded version 8 and then you save something on top of that, in the system, it's not going to be version 9 because there is a version 9 already existing there. It's going to become the next one from the latest, if that makes sense. I think this is, yeah, kind of like their point. Another question, if I have one license for ABC Pro, can I take part of different projects in different roles and access levels? Of course. Do you want to say something about this, Tolene?
Of course. Basically, if you have the license for ABC Pro, you have different solutions between your hands. You have whether Twinmotion or Revit, AutoCAD, all of these solutions in your hands. And also you can let's say if you are the project administrator, you can choose what permissions are given to who. And if you are a project member, the permissions will be given to you by a project administrator, and they will choose which modules you can access and so on.
Yes, yes, this is especially the case. So what it really means is with your license, you can work in as many projects, different roles and access levels as you want. So for example, when we were talking about the account, what that account means or your hub is at the company level. So maybe, for example, you are a consultant and you have a certain role in a project where it's not in your hub, in your company's hub. So like Tolin mentioned, the project admin will give you access as a project member, and then you will enter there with certain permissions and only a limited role, let's say. But in your own company's internal projects, in your hub, maybe you can be the project admin or a project member with higher permission levels. So yes, basically, if you have that one license, you can work with it in different projects and different access levels and roles. Awesome. Here we have a great compliment for you, Tolin. What a demo. Are there a limit on the members per project? Not that we know of, but yeah, this is a good one too. Yeah, so far we haven't encountered that issue in the projects. Another question, for software BIM Pro, the trial, for how much? So the trial, you can access it for free. You just need to leave your information in Autodesk page. Of course, if you want some more pricing questions, just send an email to us at info@accienta.com or go to our website, www.accienta.com, and then you can leave a message to contact you regarding pricing. Pricing depends, again, number of users and modules that you need for ACC. When is BIM 360 going to discontinue? Okay, so this question I would say is more for the Autodesk team to answer. But for now, what we can tell you is that Autodesk is investing heavily in Autodesk Construction Cloud, so it's really the future. There are much more capabilities now in ACC than what we had in BIM 360. So what we recommend clients is like, just make the move. Like, don't wait for it to be like the last stages of BIM 360, let's say, and make the move as fast as you can. If someone deletes a model in the shared folder, is it possible to recover it? Do you want to comment on this?
Sure. That's a good question. Basically, all of the folders are present in, let's say, the folders in work in progress. So whether someone deleted it from the shared model, you should have it backed up in other folders, or on the, you can upload it again later on.
Awesome. Can we link two projects from different accounts? Yes. So there is a functionality called Bridge, and it's now included as well for ABC Pro. With this bridge, like the word says, you're basically bridging projects or accounts. The only, not limitation there, but the settings that you need to configure is exactly what you want to bridge from one project to the other, like specific files. Is it a one-time link, or you want every time you update that file to be updated in that other account, in that other project? But yes, the answer for this is Bridge, this functionality. Can a project have more than one administrator? Also, how do I acquire the license? So the licenses are subscriptions nowadays. Again, send us an email or through our website, you can inquire about the pricing. And yes, you can have more than one administration per project. We do recommend limiting project admins because you don't want to have a lot of people with very high permissions that they can modify, you know, the roles, the permissions for the folders. So usually it's just a couple maximum of project admins, and the majority of people will be project members, but it's possible. Okay, maybe this one for Tolin. Can we download all of our works from cloud to a local server for backup?
Definitely you can. Yes, of course. And there is a data connector, which is basically a plugin that you can use for uploading all of the documents automatically to ACC and vice versa.
Yes, so with Desktop Connector, you can automatically link everything to your folder, but anyways, you can also do it manually, like you can select any version and select to download and put it in the server. There are also other applications, like more advanced, maybe like Autodesk Construction Cloud Connect, for those of you that have heard about it. It's based on Workato, and there you can send things between things like ACC and other systems, maybe SharePoint or something else as well. Another comment, super informative session. Can't wait to be able to utilize this software in the future. Great. Just reach out to us at Taxienta, especially Tolin. He did a great work at the demo. We are very, very happy. Is AutoCAD will be off in 2030? Studies show this. Okay, this is an interesting question. You're basically saying like if Autodesk plans to remove AutoCAD at some point. This again, it's a question for Autodesk, but I can tell you the personal outlook I see on where things are going. So Autodesk released another product called Autodesk Forma. I don't know if you've heard about it. It's the new industry cloud, but Autodesk Forma, it's really something different, like we've never seen before. It's designing from scratch in a cloud platform that not only has the massing concepts for concept design in architecture, but it has sustainability metrics and analytics that are quite complex. Like for those of you familiar, for example, a wind analysis using CFD and using AI, these things will continue to evolve. So all of us are wondering where the system will go in the future, and if at some point we can design more things in it than or authoring tools nowadays. But we'll be happy to hear which study you heard that AutoCAD will be off in 2030, just out of curiosity. This
Yes,
one.
sir.
Yeah, and this one for you, Tolin, I'm sure you know this one. Can we create an issue from Revit?
Definitely, definitely. You can create an issue from Revit and also from Navisworks as well. And you can also create it from ACC as we showed you.
Awesome. Yeah, exactly. And the nice part of all of this, like Tolin was mentioning here, you can create issues from all of these platforms, but all your issues will be in one place. So it doesn't matter if you're creating it from Revit, Navisworks, or ACC. You will go to the Issues tab in ACC and everything will be consolidated there. So again, this is the concept, what we are trying to say, one single source of truth for collaboration, right? And last comment, congrats. Thanks a lot for this fast and informative webinar. Very well prepared. Thank you so much. Please, everyone, contact Tolin, contact myself as well. We have a lot of content that you can also take a look at, newsletters, YouTube channel, everything for, more information regarding Autodesk products. And thank you, Tolin, so much for this presentation. It was amazing. Thank you for the rest of Accienta team, and we look forward to meeting you on another occasion.
Thank you, Caro, and thank you for all of the attendees, and see you later on.
Thank you. Bye-bye. Bye.
Have a beautiful day. Bye-bye.